Here we are nitpicking. Girl, we're not doing it. I'm going to take this half of my hair and put it up. I am doing a wash and go. This is like my original lazy wash and go. And I'm just going to split this hair in half. That's not half enough. Okay. All right. I'm finally done. Welcome back, friends. It is Lauren the Soap Witch, and it is time for another wash day. So this is what I'm working with. Okay. So I am beyond tired, and it took everything in me, I mean everything, to come in here and do this hot oil treatment. But when I am getting ready to revert my hair back to its natural state, I like to do all of the things to it. I need to part my hair down the middle, because y'all know this is the one time I do a middle part. And I know some folks are just crazy for middle parts, but I absolutely hate them. It's my opinion. Maybe I'm showing my age. I don't know if that's an age thing or just a me thing or what. Not a fan. So here we are nitpicking. Girl, we're not doing it. I'm going to take this half of my hair and put it up. This silk press, it lasted me a while. I appreciate her efforts. Where is any of my stuff? Okay, I'll use one of these. Cool. Girl, I ain't got time. Okay. I don't remember nothing. Oh yeah, this silk press. Yeah, this is 7 days in it, and it wouldn't have looked so frizzy, especially up in this root area, if I would have took that bath early. I covered it, but like it was hot, so I was sweating around my edges, and that's where the hair got floofy. I talked about it in the 7 days in my wash and go video. You can check it out here if you would like. So moving on with this hot oil treatment. I'm going to take this half now and split it in half again. And then I'm going to put this back half up. Why did I close that drawer? And where are my other clips? I would say next week I'm going to have my eyes together, but that's probably a lie. So I am just going to moisten my hair a little bit. And it won't need near as much because since it's straight, I don't have all those layers of curls to get through. This is the oil that I use. It's my Acute Anointing Moisturizing Hair Oil. And I just open up the applicator tip and I just dump oil right there on my scalp. That's how we're doing that. I don't have to do too much because it will start running down my face. As I said in other videos, and I'm going to say again, this is not a hair growth oil. I really don't believe in those. It's okay if you do. But really, I just believe that the constant nurturing of the scalp, adding something moisturizing, and then the scalp massaging, which increases circulation, is really the magic to those hair growth oils. It's just my humble opinion. This is not a hair growth oil. This is just a nice hair oil that is great to have for multiple purposes, like hot oil treatments and styling and whatever else you want to use your oil for. So then I just take the oil and bring it down the rest of the hair. And I take a little bit more and put it in my hand. And I bare hands it. Make sure I get those ends. I'm going to say that's good. Maybe. I don't want to add anything else. I'm not. I don't feel like I just want to go to bed. I'm going to take this and put it in a Bantu knot. Am I going to have to use bobby pins? I don't know. It's typically when my hair is straight. That includes being blown out, even though that's not all the way straight. Bantu knots don't be wanting to stay without help. I'm sure you wanted all that information. You're welcome. I have quite a bit of oil still on this finger, but usually I put a little bit on my finger, a little bit more. I guess I didn't have quite a bit as much as I thought. And I just like to rub it at my hairline because it gets real dry and patchy right there. And that hair should just go ahead and go without my permission if I don't do this. So, okay, this is it. It does look like that. I'm going to have to bobby pin that, I think. I don't know. Okay. That's all I'm going to do all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that. And then I'm going to come back and wrap it up. But not the whole thing, but just the hot oil treatment. You knew that. Okay. I got this up here. Ooh, this hair finna make me mad. Anyway, now I'm going to cover up my hair and all this stuff. First my plastic cap, and then my bonnet, and my big giant scarf. Oh, y'all, I made it through because let me tell you, I did not feel like doing it. The reason I put all this stuff on my head is because one, I don't want this oil to get all over my clothes and my bedding. But two, I just feel like something. What do I feel like? The insulation. My body heat. Got my body heat going on, and then it's gonna insulate it even more, I feel like, and then it's gonna help that oil do even better things than it was already intended to do. Okay, I'm talking crazy because I'm sleepy, but you get the gist. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna see you in the morning. Well, it's not morning, but okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take this down. I don't know what type of sleep I was having last night, but this thing was all over the place this morning. And so is everything else on my head, apparently. Okay. Girl. Just twist in the other direction. You get the Bantu knots out. Clearly, I should have put my hair in some Bantu knots. Well, it was still straight. I don't know how to look, though, because I put, water and oil in it. Ooh. Okay. Not what this video is about. Something to think about for next time. I saturated this side more than I did that side. Not really saturated, but it was definitely wetter. Okay, so I got that all taken down, and of course the real test is to run this water over my hair, and it better revert, damn it.
If you have ever watched a video of mine, then you absolutely know that washing my hair for me is an epitome of self-care. I absolutely love just getting in the shower, letting the water rain down on top of me, soaking my hair, giving it that luxurious good treatment. And a lot of people like to throw out the advice of just loving your hair, and wouldn't that be so cute if it was just that easy, guys? But really it's a journey for most of us, especially Black women, because we have so much baggage attached to our hair, and all of it's not even ours, though we do perpetuate plenty of it. Let's just be for real, y'all. But like, ever since I went natural back in 1998, that was a long time ago, it's been a really long, in-depth, fun, nurturing journey, maybe even a little magical, maybe a lot magical, just to learn this aspect of self-care, to really learn to enjoy getting in there, washing my hair, adding the products, and not just all of that, but finding out what my hair actually needs, wants, likes, loves. Like, it's really been a nurturing journey for myself, not just my hair, but I mean, my hair is part of me, right? Though, so I mean, from nurturing my hair, I'm also nurturing myself. And it's what I tell people, like, when they look at me sideways when I tell them that I love wash day, because it is literally one of my favorite days of the week, if not my favorite. I look forward to wash day. I am excited to get up. Also, I don't be so happy about hot oil treatment Saturday because I always do it late, but I love getting up Sunday morning and knowing that I'm about to go in there and just nurture my hair to within an inch of its life, because that's what it deserves. That's what I deserve. And so, coming along this journey, learning to let go of my damaged hair that I absolutely ruined by myself without help from anyone else. Learning what was right for me, because there's a lot of advice out there, and I'm not going to say that any of it's wrong. Some of it's just not right for me, and that's a journey in itself. Learning things about my hair, things that I just never heard of, would have thought I never heard of, things like porosity. I know nothing about what a 4B was, and density and all those things. That information, that learning just came as I was trying to do what was best for my hair. That was why I went on this natural journey to begin with. I wanted to stop getting relaxers because they were absolutely not kind to me. They were breaking off my hair, and I got several scalp burns several times, and I was just like, why am I doing this? There's gotta be a better way. Turned out there was. And over this long journey, I've just learned what it is. And every day I think I'm still learning. I certainly don't think I have all the answers. Some people may think I'm a know-it-all, mostly my kids. Not that I care. But it really has been a fun journey of trial and error, because you really can't avoid that. I think some people want to skip that and they just want the magic tools, but there aren't any magic tools. There aren't any magic products. There aren't any magic processes. All of our hair is so unique. Our unique individual hair is one of a kind to each of us, because all 4B high porosity girlies still aren't like me. They may have some other differences. They may have some other, types, mixed 4 types, hair types mixed in there with theirs, even though they might be predominantly high porosity and 4B. And so they need to figure out still what works for their unique hair. I might be able to give them some tips that start them along and help them, just like I received from other people, YouTubers and hair gurus and such. But I still had to go on my own unique journey and find out what worked for me. Making my own bomb products did help. But that was still through girl mouth. Okay, initially, girl, my mouth always be tripping. When I was making my products, I was on my journey trying to understand what worked for me. Then I started branching out. Well, I wanted to help others as well, like my other child who's low porosity, who needed a different kind of help, and other friends who wanted to be supportive and buy my products. And so I just branched out and made products for additional hair types as well. Though the shampoo, believe it or not, does work on all of the hair types. It does, because people have tested it. I asked them, and I asked people to test my products because I want to know. I want to know who it works for and who it doesn't, and how it works and why. And so that was what I wanted to learn about my own hair as well. What works, what doesn't, how, and why. And so I feel like it's an ongoing journey. I may be on it forever, which I'm good with. And I really just thoroughly enjoy testing out, playing around. I'm not afraid. And I'm not afraid to lose length. I'm not afraid to cut it off. I'm not afraid to let it grow as long as it's going to grow. I don't really have any fear when it comes to it, which is probably why I can be so daring where other people wouldn't. Not that I blame them. Our hair is our crown. And, I'm just not afraid to alter it to see what works and what doesn't. And I've just found so many wonderful things along this journey, magical things. And my hair has really flourished as I've been willing to find out how to give her what she needs. And so when I give her what she needs, she shines. She looks beautiful. She looks shiny. Like so many things that I didn't think my hair was ever capable of. Like I hear people thinking their hair could never do this, that, and the other. And maybe initially I thought that too. Because boy, the first time I tried to wash and go was an absolute disaster. So disastrous that there's no video ever in the making or in existence that will ever show what that first attempt looked like. It is wild. I kind of wish I would have kept it. A part of me wishes I would have kept it just so I could show the comparison from, there then to now. But it's not here. I think I have pictures somewhere that I might show sometimes just to see the before and afters. But man, the progress, it's insane. And I'm honestly real proud of me. I'm real proud of me for sticking with it when it just looked like there was no reason to stick with it. And to continue pursuing and journeying, knowing that it was possible to care for my hair and for it to be the best it could be, as long as I wasn't trying to force it to be something it wasn't. I don't try to get my hair to look like 2 or 3, nothing. It's 4B, and I nurture that 4B to within an inch of its life, and it's the prettiest, best 4B hair that I can have, and continuing to be so. So I've waxed on about that, I suppose, for long, but I feel so strongly about it. And I feel so strongly about it because I know that if I can learn to love my hair, which has gone through many challenges and changes, then anyone else can too. And it's not, again, even though I make products and sell products, it's not just about products. It's about using the right things at the right times, in the right ways, with the right consistency for your hair, because all of it means nothing if you're not consistent. You can find the best, most wonderful quality product ever, and it won't do anything for you if you don't do it consistently. I found that to be the key to all good change. Whether I'm changing my body by working out or changing my, internal health by changing what I eat, if I'm not consistent with it, I don't see results and I don't reap the benefits. And it's the same with hair. You got to do it regularly. Whatever regularly means for you. Me is weekly. I'm just not going to go a week without doing it. But some people it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, once a month. You have to find something you're going to stick with. You start there and it just grows. It will expand from there to something you probably never even imagined yourself. All right, now I really am done storytelling. I used to be a writer in a previous life. I don't know if I told you that. Sometimes I get the waxing on and yapping too much. But I'm going to end this with just putting some leave-in products on my hair to prepare for this wonderful style. Those last 2 products I used were my Mysterious Magnificence Aloe Vera gel, not gel, oh my god, hairspray, which is a moisturizing spray, and then my curly concoction styling cream, which is what I originally used to use for a wash and go forever ago. Now I just be playing around and using a bunch of stuff. But this one is always, one of my OG products that has always just been great to me. So I like to come back to it, often in a lot of different styles because it just does its thing. So I've decided to do my last bits in the shower because before I just used to rinse and get out and do it all after I got out, but I feel like it does work better to apply the leave-in products to sopping wet hair. Yet another new thing that I've learned after doing this for so many years. All right, enough yapping. It's time for styling.
Well, I think I did all the steps, except for I keep forgetting the damn oil with my with my deep conditioner, and that's aggravating me. But it's neither here nor there. I'm going to start styling my hair. I am doing a wash and go. This is like my original lazy wash and go. And I'm just going to split this hair in half. That's not half enough. Okay. I think this is good. It's what it's going to be. Let me make it that way. I accidentally squeezed a little of the moisture out of my hair, which I didn't intend to do. So I might have to add some water when I get to the front. I don't know. Wait. Okay, but I didn't fix my part. Hold on. I made that mistake last wash and go. Okay. This is looking a little crazy. Okay. That's better. Okay. I'm thinking that's good enough, and now I'm going to have to redo what I just did. I'm going to put this back up because I feel like that's been working for me. And I'm going to split this again because I've done changed what I had going on. I think I'm going to do it like this and see how it goes. I don't know why this clip is trying to fight with me. I'm going to start working with this section first. I don't really brush, detangle, or any of that stuff. I don't brush style either. I did that with the bounce curl brush before, and the brush worked well, like it did what it was supposed to do, but my hair just doesn't really care for brush styling. I am going to add a little water because I feel like it's usually a little more sopping wet, just a little bit. That's about where I want it to be. This is my Slick Sorcery. I had to make myself a new jar, but I still can't get it open. And I'm going to start with that much. I don't know if that makes a difference. Now, I always rub it in between my hands before I apply it to my hair. Apparently, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. They call it emulsifying it. I'm just rubbing it in between my hands. I'll say that it's emulsifying it if that's the appropriate term. But we've talked about how when I make things, when I emulsify stuff, is different. And so, in my literal mind, it just kind of threw me off. So I'm just going to rake and press this in. I like to make sure that I have thoroughly incorporated the gel before I add any more. Because now I'm doing this in chunkier sections. Of course, when I first made the gel, I was doing my whole half of my head at a time. But I like to rake and press because I just feel like that overall gives me the best results. And it's looking pretty good, but I do want to add a little bit more. I don't know what I'm going to define as a little bit. I'm going to do that and see how I like it. And I'm just making sure I get it pressed in. I didn't used to rake at all. I just used to only press it in because, I don't know, at the time raking for some reason gave me more frizz. Of course, my hair was harder to define then because I was still coming off like the damage and my hair was still trying to figure itself out. Okay. But I think that looks pretty good. So I want to add a tiny bit more. A littlest bit. Littlest bit. I'm just being obsessive at this point. Girl. Okay. That's it for real. That's it for real. It was a kind of bigger section though. Okay, I'm done for real. I'm going to put this clip on there to make sure I get this hair out the way and separate it out so I don't restyle the hair that I've already styled because that's a waste of time and product. Now I'm going to add some water up here. I like my hair to be pretty sopping wet when I do a wash and go. unless I'm doing mousse only, then I like my hair damp. Because I don't know why, but I feel like the mousse works better when my hair is just damp as opposed to sopping wet. Well, my mousse in particular. This is the only one I've used. Going in with the gel. Starting with that. When I do other styles like braid outs and twist outs and stuff, I tend to do that on damp hair too. Because one, I just feel like the style turns out better and it takes way less time to dry. It can be forever drying if I do it on sopping wet hair. Because even though I'm high porosity with a bunch of products loaded on it is a different story. Going with a little more. I'm always trying to get this top part to be agreeable. Because that hair just does not want to lay down. Like ever. Try to do what I can. Might do a little bit more. I like to start off with less than what I need because I don't want to add too much. And so I just apply some and then I just see how I like it and then decide how to go from there. So I guess it's looking pretty good. I want to put a little bit more on the ends, like this littlest bit. Because I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know. That whole side's done. Sometimes I like to take some water. Sometimes I spray it directly on my hair. Sometimes I don't do anything after. Sometimes I spray it in my hand. I'm spraying in my hand. And I just like kind of rub it on. Seen some other people just add a little water on top of their product and it comes out nice. And it's come out nice for me before. So sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. You know. So now I'm just going to take a clip and clip it over here so it doesn't touch the other side while I'm styling that hair. So I'm going to finish this side and then I'm going to come back and show you the whole wet results here. That's it. Okay, I got all my product applied. And from my full jar, this is how much I used. So not much. And I will show you, look at the full 360. Okay. So I have been experimenting where I sit under the hooded dryer for like 15 minutes and the diffusing for 10 or 15. I'm gonna sit under the hooded dryer for a while and then I'm gonna diffuse a little bit after. I'll tell you what I did after I do it because I don't know what I'm gonna do. But historically, like this is some great find or something, girl. I used to, and mostly I have just diffused only. This sitting under the hooded dryer and diffusing is relatively new. I've done it like 2 other times maybe. So typically what I've done is just diffuse it. I'll put a video here so that you can just see how I usually do that because I'm gonna do all this off camera. So you can check that out if you want to see what I've done before to diffuse my hair with the Time O Air hype because it's great and it's definitely worth the hype. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go and I'll be back when my hair's dry. Okay, so it looks pretty good. I sat under the heated hooded dryer, whatever it's called, for like 20 minutes. It was pretty much dry except for the roots. I blasted the roots kind of directly, the way I do in the video that I just showed you a little while ago, with the diffuser to get those a little bit more dry. I'm gonna say I'm like 90% dry-ish. I realized after I got up from showing you the 360 with the wet results that I left all them clips in there, but you get the idea, right? Anyway. So I'm gonna let my hair rest like I do every weekend. It really isn't any rhyme or reason to it. I just take a break because I'm kind of over it at this point. Not that it's taking it that long, but I hate drying my hair. That's like my least favorite part. I usually just kind of sit around for a bit. I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. Like, it just depends. Half the time I just get on my phone and play games and get lost. But anywho, it's just what I do. Let me stop going on about it. My bad. So I'm gonna put a video here of what I usually do when I stretch my hair, because I'm gonna stretch my hair. Last time I did my hair, but last time I did a wash and go, I said I was gonna lift my roots and then I didn't do it because I kind of like the way it looked without it. I don't know if I'm gonna lift my roots this time. It's in the video regardless, so you can see how I do it if you want to, but I may just stretch it and call it a day. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna be right back when this is all done. All right. I'm finally done. I did not lift my roots again. I don't know. I've just been cool with the way it's been coming out. And so I just not been doing it. So let me give you a full 360 of the final results. So yeah, that's where we at. And I'm a fan. I'm super excited that my hair reverted back because it's always a worry whenever you get a silk press, whether you do it yourself or if somebody else does it. Because some professionals, they be doing heat damage to people too. You gotta be careful out in these streets. So yeah, I'm loving the stretched wash and go. It always falls really nicely when I get it trimmed, so I'm just happy with the way it looked and looks, not looked with an ED. It's still there. It don't matter, girl. Don't start. All of the products that I used today from my line were Tropical Fantasy scented, which is my current favorite fragrance. And all of them will be listed below if you want to take a look at them and see what any of them are about. I also offer all of those same products. Now, we've been doing so good. I also, I'm gonna try it again, and it's still, what, it doesn't matter. The rest of the fragrances are as follows. So I have an apple aroma, a lemon pound cake, a lavender peppermint, a strawberry patchouli, spearmint eucalyptus. Yeah, that sounds right. Also, I offer an unscented. I know some of y'all are just like, you don't agree with fragrances and they don't agree with you. So I have an unscented in all of the hair products just because of that. So I also offer a hair journal. It's a digital hair journal. I'll put a link for that below as well in the description. But it's just a great tool or resource to have if you are wanting to start a hair journey or take your hair journey to the next level. There's just places for you to know your resources, keep track of your hair goals, and all of that kind of stuff. So you can check that out if you're interested in that as well. And what you think about today's lip gloss? It is Precious Plum. Is that right? Yeah, Precious Plum. I know you can probably see it from back there, but when I get it close up, I actually really love this color. And I don't know why I don't wear it as much because I actually do. I'm a fan. But anyway, that's linked below if you're interested in checking that one out as well. And then, of course, the earrings. We got to chat about those. I did a test. They're all the same like color combination so that I could just test out all the earrings. Not all the earrings, but the earring molds, just to see if I ever wanted to bother with them again. And just what they look like, all that other kind of stuff. So I had several that I tested with the new molds. Similar cut. It's this, I don't know why I just went with orange and black and it's just some white in it. But yeah, these are just like, I don't know, a hoop. I guess it's a hoop. A circle. That's a hoop, right? Whatever. So I like these actually. So far I like all of the new molds that I've tried out. So I'm definitely going to continue using them in future tests and eventually when they're not tests, just future products that are offered on the site. Rambled on about that long enough. I do still have some earrings left over from previously when I was not out of practice and I was like feeling real good about my skills that are on the site. So I have a link to that below as well. All of my earrings are uniquely one of a kind in that even though they may have similar color iterations and patterns, they are not going to be exactly the same because I just get bored with doing the same thing over and over again when it comes to like creative stuff. So all of my earrings will be a one of a kind type deal. Anywho, so yeah, I already said there was a link, didn't I? Well, there is one. Oh yeah, after all that, I forgot to add my last touch. But we'll still add it. Won't you? Won't we? There we go. Yeah. I got a new hat I wanted to show y'all. What y'all think? It's pink-ish. It's so cute. Anyway, so yeah. I'm like, how I'm gonna come on? I'm not gonna put my final touch on there. So anyway, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, especially if you made it all the way to the end, because I know all of our time is so precious to us. And so if you spent any of it with me and appreciated anything that I had to offer today, thank you so much. And so With that being said, if you did like what you saw, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.